It looks like a regular house on a regular street, but this is the home of Fred Mills and his collection of extraordinary antique license plates. Hi, this is Pete with Video Cafe, and I'm here with Fred Mills and his remarkable antique motorcycle plate collection. I think I got that right, Fred.
Yes, you did. And I also belong to the American License Plate Collectors Association.
Ah, I'm glad you pointed that out.
Yeah, it's a national club. There's like, it's nationwide and also overseas members of it, and there's like over 7,000 members now.
Fantastic. Yeah, this is a very interesting.
It's not just me that's crazy, you know.
I wouldn't call it crazy to collect these things. They're very interesting, and of course they all have come from a motorcycle. They've all been actually used on a motorcycle.
Most of them, I'd say the majority of them. There's some that hasn't been, but the majority of them have been on motorcycles. And you can have them restored, for example, like this Illinois 1914 plate right here. That I can't get it off the wall because these ends are a little bit bigger than it, but it's a restored plate. As you can tell, the restored plates are all nice and shiny, whereas the original ones that was on the motorcycle and everything are like this. This thing was bent in half, which is what they used to do with a lot of plates. They'd take and bend them in half and garbage them, which is why that some of the motorcycle plates are very hard to find now. But all the restored plates, you can tell.
Now,
the shiny ones.
What's the rarest plate?
The rarest motorcycle plate I have?
No, what's the rarest that exists?
Oh, it's an Alaska plate. I'm not sure, but one of the 20s. It's very, very rare.
Okay.
There's only like 3 or 4 of them known. There's several plates. It's only 3 or 4 of them known, but I'm not sure exactly. I'm not that knowledgeable. The only thing I know is a little bit about the state of Florida plates, a little bit about the Ohio plates, a little bit about Virginia plates, and the rest of them I don't know. But there is some people in the club that they could tell you everything about any plate you ask.
So you're a specialist then? You just concentrate on some states?
I specialize in those 3, in motorcycle plates in those 3 states is about all, yeah.
Okay, great.
If you want to call that a specialist.
What's the earliest Ohio plate?
The earliest Ohio plate I have is on that wall over there. That's a 1914 Ohio.
Oh, yeah.
That's the first year that they started issuing a motorcycle plate in Ohio. Now, in New York, they started issuing a New York motorcycle plate in 1916, which was the first year they issued an actual plate. Before that, they were like a keychain fob that went on your watch and everything. And a lot of the states did that, as you can see. You can hold this here.
Oh, that's nice.
The paint's coming off, but that was actually in use. And this is 33, which is my birth year in New York.
Cool. Now, what's the most valuable plate that you have?
The most valuable motorcycle plate that I have, I don't really know. Some of them are very hard to get, so.
But you wouldn't want to put a price on it?
I wouldn't have any idea what price.
But they can be
in
many thousands of dollars, though, right?
Well, no, I wouldn't say that.
They don't get that high.
Not for motorcycle plates.
No.
So anyway, every year I get a personalized license plate, and I have several. This year my plate says Lizardo, because that's what my wife has been called before, Madame Lizardo. So we just had to do the Lizardo in it. And then I have other plates like over here on the wall. Okay, this is me on my 1947 Harley Davidson, which is the first motorcycle that I ever owned. I paid $175 for that motorcycle back in '58. And I bought it towards the end of '58. I think it was December. And anyway, this is the '59 plate 911S, as you can see it right here, that was on that motorcycle. Then it goes to 1960, 61, 62, etc., right down the line until 1974. 73 is the last year, and 74 I sold it. I traded in on a '59, a brand new 1959, and I sold my '59, which I made into a chopper, in 1974 to my friend Big Mike. Okay, this is a 1914 hanging upside down Ohio motorcycle plate, which was a flat painted plate. 14, that's the first year issued by the state of Ohio. 14, 15, 16, and 17 were all flat painted plates. Then in 1918, they went to be an embossed plate. and then 18, 19, there's a 20 underneath there, and 1920 was the first year that Ohio issued a plate for a sidecar. Ohio issued plates for motorcycle sidecars from 1920 through 1945. Then the plates go 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Then this is the one, the 1927 Ohio plate that we talked, motorcycle plate that we talked about earlier. And I have my Florida personalized plate in vain. I've been hunting for that plate for probably 8 or 10 years, quite a while now. Then they go 28, 29, etc., 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 right down the line. Now here's something that's very interesting too. On this plate here, this plate is actually a 1935 Ohio motorcycle plate. What somebody did in 1936 was changed his 5 to a 6, painted it to Keller's, and they ran it on their bike. Because plates back then probably cost $5, and $5 was a lot of money to some people, and if they lived way out in the country, nobody would ever be ever checking them anyway. But I thought that was interesting. I had a 33 that was done that way, but I had it restored back to a 1933. This is my Florida motorcycle run. Of course, Florida started in 1918.
Okay.
But I only go back to like 1939. Underneath that 42, there's another 42, then there's a 39 underneath there, then I go 44, and there's a 45 in there, and 46, 47, and then right down the line here, up to current date. Then it goes like, right up here to the top goes 36, 37, 38, etc., 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 etc. And then these are motorcycle dealer plates, 65. The earliest motorcycle dealer plate I have is a 1957, which is buried underneath these, and 49, 50, 51. And in 52, Ohio did a little small sticker like this, okay? And this is the sticker that actually went on the motorcycle. In 52, you used a 51 plate. That was during the Korean War, and also to save metal. And they did the same thing here in 1943. You had a 42 plate that you used in 43, and here was a 43 sticker. This is a duplicate copy. That's a copy of an original sticker, but that would go like on their windshield or someplace on their bike. And that was what you ran in 1943 for a 43 plate. Okay, this plate in my right hand is a restored 1933 Ohio motorcycle plate. The one in my left hand is an unrestored 1933 motorcycle plate from Ohio. This 38 plate in my right hand here, or 33 plate in my right hand, was an Ohio 1938 plate that somebody made the 3 into an 8. the same deal as that 36 plate that I told you about before. And so I had the guy change it back into a 33, but we knew without a doubt that it was a 33 Ohio because the slogan Ohio 1933 is on the top of these plates, and that's the only year that Ohio had their slogan on the top of the plates. The rest of the Ohio motorcycle plates, the Ohio and the year was all on the bottom. Some people like restored plates, some people don't. Some people just don't care for them restored, but me, I love them, whether they're restored, unrestored, whether they're full of rust or whatever. I love them all.